Hello, this is Dark Druid here, coming with my first fully edited video. I decided to do it on Arcane Season 2 trailer because it's something I'm really passionate about. I watched Arcane like 7, 8 times, and I've watched the first episode like 15 or so, just showing more people, trying to get more people into it. And when this trailer came out, I watched like 10 hours worth of trailer breakdowns, and I figured I'd do one myself with all this information I gathered. I'll try and keep it pretty short, but get as much information as possible. So without further ado, let's get into it.
Your council is dead.
Alright, so right away here we have Ambessa saying your council is dead, showing a picture of what is obviously a council chair half destroyed. But in the German translation, it translates to half your council is dead, implying some still live, which most likely include Jace and Victor, for reasons we'll see later, and possibly Mel, because of in lore she has a golden shield, which appeared to be activating at the end of Season 1. But yeah, let's get more into it, and I'll tell you why Jace and Victor are probably still alive.
You walk along the edge of danger.
Wrath must be met with wrath.
Ambessa is wearing gold here, which could be strange because gold is not a Noxian color like Ambessa, who is Noxian. But it is Mel's color, which could be seen as her either mourning her daughter or fighting alongside her. Additionally, the people that they conquered earlier, in which we saw the scene where they were deciding what to do with the queen, with Ambessa and Mel, where Ambessa decapitated her, is the color of those people. Additionally, this uniform she's wearing appears to be more of a commander's uniform, and as we'll see later, it appears that Noxus is fighting with Piltover, implying that they are not only partners by them giving troops, but also somewhat in the leadership of this battle against the Undercity. It is unclear what this ship is, however many theorize it carries Noxian troops. This is what I was talking about earlier with the Noxian troops here. The people who are more ironclad, who are standing with the enforcers, are definitely Noxian, and we know because there are 3 dots on the heads of their armor, which implies they are not only in the Noxian army, but there's a specific unit of the Noxian army, I forget the name, that uses those 3 dots on their foreheads, which signifies that not only are they sending soldiers, but they are sending their best.
You will have justice.
Okay, so a few things just happened there. 2 of them relate to why Jace is likely still alive. Those 2 being Caitlyn's new gun and Vi's repaired gauntlet, both of which are Hex Tech, which is Jace's technology, meaning he's likely still alive and kicking. We additionally see Vi with the Enforcer badge and Enforcer outfit. The badge is noticeably golden, which we've only ever seen before on Marcus and the girl who Vander had to deal with, meaning not only is she an Enforcer, but she is quite high rank. Additionally, she doesn't look all too happy to be here, so she might not be all that happy about being an Enforcer.
I will lead a strike team into Zorn with 3 objectives.
We see here that Jinx's eyes are still drawn as blue, meaning that people do not know that she is infused with Shimmer.
Locate Jinx.
Despite it looking like Vi was about to be blown up, we actually see somebody who was previously working with Kate and Vi about to be caught in an explosion with a few other people. This can mean one of 2 things. Either A, that Vi doesn't actually blow up to those bombs, or B, that it's just a fun Easter egg.
Dismantle Shimmer.
We see Singed here, about to get caught by Enforcers, but likely Warwick will take care of them.
And neutralize any agents still loyal to Silco.
Alright, so quite a few interesting things just happened there. First being that we saw a gun, which appeared to be made by Jinx in Sevika's hands, which is strange because they had some kind of rivalry. Then we saw this man be on screen while agents still loyal to Silco were mentioned, which is strange because he is a Chem Baron and many of the Chem Barons were about to betray Silco earlier last season. Then we saw a statue of who appears to be a Chem Baron. And then we got this scene in which who is likely Jinx is behind this man, who is the Chem Baron we saw earlier, and he is now charging who you'll soon see to be Sevika. And one of 2 things is happening here, and we'll get to that in a sec. Alrighty, so what we saw there was Sevika with an arm, which was definitely made by Jinx, which one of 2 things were then happening there. Either Sevika and Jinx were working together, and during that time they got the arm and are now fighting each other, and Jinx is using that Chem Baron to fight Sevika, or that Sevika and Jinx are working together to fight that Chem Baron. But now we see them again using an explosion to cover up something that happened, in this case, it being Victor. We can't see it that clear because of the low resolution, but if you look at the full resolution, which is still not even all that great, you can see that he is definitely holding a cane, and that cane is Victor's. So Victor is definitely still alive.
My sister is gone.
This line could be interpreted in many different ways. However, I personally think it's likely by lying to someone, most likely Caitlin, to allow her to go and find Jinx herself. If anyone was confused who Warwick was, that's this guy, who is most likely Vander, as in lore he is also called the Hound of the Underground, and it is most likely that Singed grabbed his body and then used it to create this monstrosity.
This has to end. Jinx!
Finally got the name right. Sister.
Alrighty, so a lot happened at the end there, especially with Jinx and Vi. What we saw there was Vi say Jinx's name finally. Most likely what was happening there was Vi was calling her name, trying to find her, and she was saying powder, and then she finally said Jinx, because based on the way she moved, she didn't look happy about saying it. She looked like she was kind of forcing herself to say it. And then Jinx finally responded. And in this frame I've freezed on here, we see Jinx looks ready to fight, but Vi still looks a little bit hesitant. And based on the poster that we see, in which we see Jinx kind of holding Vi in a more obsessive or possessive way, and looks more like in the first season's poster, we kind of saw a protection. We kind of see here just a I'm keeping her from the rest of the world in kind of like an unhealthy way, rather than the healthy protection we saw in the first poster. And then this could mean that Vi gets captured here. However, based on what Fortiche released at the animation showcase, it is unlikely, as we know that Vi goes on a pit fighter arc mid-season, which would mean that either happens at the end of the season or in the very beginning of the season, and then Vi gets out very quickly. Either way, it's not that clear, and we'll have to wait for season 2 to see. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed this video. I certainly enjoyed making it. This is my first real editing I've done outside of school, so I had a great time doing it, and I hope you can like and subscribe. But if not, that's fine. Have a good day.